Out the starting lineups for both teams. First for the Spurs. And playing inside at center out of Kentucky, 6'10", scoring big man Nazr Mohammed. And it's Duncan in at the force line. And for the Heat, Williams is out there with Dwayne Wade. They've got O'Neal. He knows how to come up with the big plays in the big games, the rebounding, the inside scoring, and that looming presence. Then there's James Posey, and it's Haslam in at the 4.
Guys, you go back to the shortened season a year before last, and the Spurs were the best team on the road. But last year, they weren't nearly as dominant on the road. Still solid when leaving San Antonio, but far from the level they played at a couple of seasons ago.
Just 3 to shoot. It's a 2 from Parker. Offensive rebound. Mohammed, no good. Now here's Wade. Wade gets a screen from O'Neal. Feeds it to Posey. Pass to O'Neal. He kicks it to Posey. He passes to Wade. Rejected by Bowen. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
2 seconds on the shot clock. 2.
Near the three-point line, it's Wade. O'Neal. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, he's a fearsome defensive presence in the paint, a shot-blocking machine, and the intensity, the effort that he brings night in and night out is such a huge asset for his team.
And another aspect of his game that I really like is how effectively he sets picks. It's overlooked sometimes, but he does a great job of positioning and getting there at the right time to set a screen to help a teammate get free.
O'Neal hits them both. And for the Spurs on the road last season, they would still win 23 games in hostile territory. And while that is more than the 22, Steve, they won in the shortened season, they also lost a fair amount more as well.
Well, for the Spurs, Kevin, I think they did what they needed to do. You know, the Spurs managed the regular season. They know when to turn it on and when they can maybe relax a little bit. The big thing is they just want to stay near 500 on the road, protect their home court, and be healthy going into the playoffs, and that puts them in a good position.
Nice shot by Posey. Posey's got 5 now.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And the basket by Mohammed.
Well, it took a while, but somebody finally got a shot to go.
You know, I was starting to get a little concerned for them. I mean, it hadn't been pretty to this point.
Now here's Wade. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's the dish to Williams. Lets it go. And another basket for Miami. Parker with it.
Well, I tell you what, Greg Popovich, a really impressive leader for the Spurs. He's able to keep all of his players locked into what's best for the team. Has a military background, played basketball and studied at the Air Force Academy before serving 5 years in the Air Force. And you know some of the leadership that he brings to his position was learned from his past experiences.
There's Williams following the basket by Tim Duncan. Here's Wade. Rebounded by the Spurs. 1:52 left here in the first quarter. Here's Parker. Back to Duncan. Haslam's there. The 10-footer. And the shot falls short this time. Hey, Clark, you mentioned Bob's time at the Air Force Academy. That's where he got his start in the coaching ranks.
Yeah, 6 years as an assistant there, and he's head coach at Pomona, an assistant coach with the Golden State Warriors and the Spurs, and eventually moved into the front office in San Antonio. But, wow, what an amazing run it's been for him. 17 years as the head coach of the Spurs.
Back to Parker. 6 on the shot clock. On the money from 12 feet away.
And he should thank the defense for those 2 points. Really, nobody paid him any mind there.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. The Heat leading by 3. Now let's find out what head coach Greg Popovich had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
The phrase superstar gets tossed around the league a lot these days, but that is how he described Dwayne Wade. He said that D-Wade's the guy we'll be giving the most attention to because he can function either as a playmaker or a scorer, saying no matter what he chooses to do, he can hurt you. We have to be ready for everything. Easier said than done, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Uncovered. It's rebounded by Capone.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Anderson, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. Heat have gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Payton kicks to Anderson. Passes to Walker. He dishes it to Mourning. Oberto's there. Post-up shot. No luck. Spurs trail by 5. It's Ginobili with the drive. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Back to Walker. It's stolen. With 1 on the clock, and that's not going to go. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Miami ahead. They lead by 3. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
The defense was really impressive there, guys, in that first quarter. They came out focused right from the beginning.
And, Steve, that's a big part of why they're on top right now. While not as dominant on defense as they were a year before, the Heat still were tough at that end of the court. The thing is, you could see them turn it on and turn it off when they needed to defensively, so they always managed to get the key stop when they needed it.
Here's Oberto. No good. And it's Miami the other way. Anderson outside. Now the pass to Capone. Back to Anderson. Payton right side. And Ginobili pulls it down. And when you're coming off a title like the Heat are, there is no natural tendency to cruise, but Clark, you said this, and Steve, I'm sure you want to comment on it. They can turn it up in a hurry.
Well, there's just so much athleticism on this team that if they want to press you in the half court, they usually can force turnovers, and if not, they can also sit back and play a more straight-up defensive style and be very effective that way as well.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Nesterovic is checked in, and it's Udrich in for Ben Exel. Walker with some nice D. Miami leading by 3. Kicks it to Payton. Back to Walker. just 5 to shoot. And it's good. Caught through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, just battled through that initial impact and somehow willed it in.
Excellent concentration. That's what you like to see. The Spurs have always been very mindful of resting key players during the regular season. Some of it has to do with age of their players. Some of it is regarding talent because they knew they were a playoff team most years. And you look at the research, there is something to be said for not playing guys when they're fatigued because injuries are more likely if you play tired.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Pass to Ori. The feed now to Ginobili. Gets to the corner and buries it. And back to the Spurs and their strategy of resting their star players, not without some controversy. The NBA, as you may recall, fined the Spurs and Coach Popovich for sitting all their starting players for a nationally televised game back in November.
Well, it was their 4th game in 5 nights, and Pop wanted to rest some of their guys because of just the nature of their schedule. But I think the problem was he didn't give the league advance warning. In that game against Miami, when he rested those 3 players, he actually sent them home. And I think that was a little shot at the league. And that's why there was a problem, and that's why the Spurs and Popovich ended up getting fined.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Well, what a series it was in the finals a year ago. Such great basketball, 2 teams that like to play up-tempo. And I'll tell you, the Spurs had Miami. They had the series in the bag. They were 1 play away from wrapping it up in Game 6, but the miracle comeback from the Heat had led to the Game 7 victory and another title for the Miami Heat.
Parker drives in. The 8-footer, Ginobili. Sinks the 3-pointer. Ginobili's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Parker was interesting because the games themselves weren't particularly close through the first half of the series, but things started to get really tight when they left San Antonio after Game 5.
How about that, Kevin? You talk about things tightening up. We had a game for the ages in Game 6. 28.6 seconds to go. The Spurs +5. Miami needed a miracle, and they found it in the form of timely 3-point shooting and got some help from the San Antonio Spurs missing some free throws.
The Game 6 was about as intense an NBA game as you'll ever see.
Oh, it was off the charts. Absolutely fantastic.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, fellas, Greg Popovich, known for his sarcastic, sometimes contemptuous answers to some of the questions from us media members. He said it seems to entertain everyone but his wife. She tells him to cut it out, be a grown man, and show some maturity. But he said, I can't. I simply can't do it. Guys?
Yeah, he's a piece of work, isn't he? Thank you, Doris. Hansel banked in off the glass. And the Heat lead by 5.
Things have changed a little bit here in the second quarter, guys, and we're seeing them start to convert a lot of second-chance opportunities.
Yeah, and I'm sure the coach has to be happy about this. I mean, the hustle underneath is paying off in a big way.
And it's Haslam with the rebound. The Heat leading by 5. Here's Wright, and it's blocked by Duncan. Here's O'Neal. 1:24 left in the first half of basketball. The shot is off. The Heat have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. And Anderson kicks to White. Off target from outside. Spurs trail by 5. Now Finley. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. The jump hook, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
You know, nobody responds to end-of-game pressure like this guy. That's what comes to mind immediately for me. He's hit some monumental shots in his career, and some guys just embrace the moment at the end of the game. That's him.
And I also really like his skill as a low-post passer, guy. He sees the whole court and doesn't hesitate to pass up his own shot if he can get the ball to a teammate for a better look.
Here's Ginobili. Following the basket by Jarrell Wright. Ginobili, that's good.
What a great little run he's on here in the quarter.
Miami's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Anderson kicks to Wright. All sorts of time. And the shot is good. Wright's got 4 points now in the quarter. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of the game. Ginobili outside. Pass to Finley. His first shot coming late. Miami grabs the miss. Haslam's got 5 rebounds tonight. Right from outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Wright's got 7. And we've reached halftime in this one. Heat lead by 7. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And we played 2 quarters out at American Airlines Arena, and a great game is in progress for our halftime show. The Heat taking care of business. Outstanding bench production. They've gotten a very nice lift, and that's made a huge difference for them on the scoreboard. A nice contribution by Darrell Wright, giving them a lift. He's carved up the D like a hot knife through a warm cliche. Great play so far. And for the Spurs, they're still gutting it out. We've seen all these blocks, and they are locked in defensively, giving up no easy buckets. Manu Ginobili's been on a roll here in the first half. We've come to expect performances like this one from him. That's it for us here in the studio. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The second half just about to get going here.
What a game for Ginobili. He's got 10 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point lane.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, try to pop him open.
Now here's Parker. Muhammad with a screen on Williams. Here's Bowen. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that.
Wade gets a screen from O'Neal. Wade passes to Posey. Haslam a screen. Shoots off the screen. Posey, no luck.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Parker kicks to Duncan. Haslam's there. Baseline J on the way. And it's San Antonio with another. And Miami has possession. The lead is 2. And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. He feeds it to O'Neal. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
Here's Williams. And the layup's good off the glass. Williams has got his second basket of the game.
Perfect inbounds pass and an easy 2 points.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Dishes it to Parker. Feeds it to Duncan. Right around a minute and a half. Play here in the third quarter. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Wade gets a screen from O'Neal. And Posey kicks to Wade. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. But they get it back. Here's Haslam. Makes the lead pass. Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Well, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Parker kicks to Duncan. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. Duncan's got 8 points.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Williams kicks to Wade. Wade gets a screen from O'Neal. High post shot. The putback. The follow-up jam.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
Well, you get more rebounds, you get more possessions, more shots at the hoop, and oftentimes that decides the game.
And Tim Duncan again. He's got 10.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
And the Heat call time here. Goes second for Nazr Mohammed. So it's Miami now. 4-point game. Wade outside. He kicks to Williams. He passes it to Haslam. Capono. The dish to Wade. Defended by Bowen. Fades and shoots. Wade gets the bucket. And the Heat lead by 6.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway. Take the shot that's available.
Now here's Parker. Duncan. Posey covering. Duncan dishes to Parker. Here's Van Exel. And that one hits back iron.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert it. He's got to take that every time.
And Williams, here we go. Here's Wade. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
The Heat have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. And he knocks down the first one. The Spurs making a switch here. Mohammed's checked in. Both free throws good from Wade. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Van Exel kicks to Duncan. 11 feet away. Tries again. And Wade sends it back. The Heat leading by 8. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Takes the 3. And good on the basket. Look it. Wade's got 7 points in the game. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Heat.
Now we've seen them make that extra effort rotating from the weak side, closing out on their airspace, really sending shots back.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds. So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Outside Williams. Passes it to Wade. He dishes it to O'Neal. Shot clock at 6. Here's Posey. The Heat rebound. O'Neal passes to Posey. Kicks to Wade. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. The Heat have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. That free throw, no good. San Antonio making a switch here. He hits the second from the line. 7 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Back to Duncan. That's going to be over and bad. Not watching for the line that time. Here's Wade. The shot will not go. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Miami ahead, leading by 10. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. The Heat leading by 10. Outside Williams. Ring shot on the way. The shot is good that time. Williams has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Miami. San Antonio's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. The pass to Nesterovich. Parker. They set the screen. Pass to Nesterovich. Here's Ori. 6 to shoot. Here's Finley. He's guarded by Haslem. 3-pointer. Finley can't get it to go.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Now here is Haslem. Walker. Gets it to go.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Passes it to Nesterovich. Parker. He passes to Bowen. Back to Parker. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
San Antonio calls timeout.
He needs to get them back into a flow offensively. You know, things have gotten stagnant for them, and they're starting to force some of these shots.
And that can snowball on you. One guy takes a bad shot, then another guy does, and then you're missing back-to-back-to-back shots, and all of a sudden you have no rhythm and you're self-inflicting wounds.
The Spurs making a switch here. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He hasn't been happy with their shot selection. He told them, we're forcing things out there, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, work for the open shot in the flow of our offense. We'll see if they heed that advice, Kevin.
That one is off. No good on the second free throw.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed any second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Walker. Now the feed to Wade. He's against Parker. Puts it up from 7. Duncan with the block. Dishes to Parker. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And Duncan throws it down hard. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
And here are the Heat now after the basket by San Antonio.
Well, Dwayne Wade in this one, he has 8 points and a block.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. Spurs trail by 13. Parker outside. Duncan, guarded by Walker. The jump hook, and again it's Tim Duncan. Duncan's got 10 points in just the second half.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies, be physical.
Now here's Wade. Right side to Walker. No good on the triple. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Finley, guarded by Walker. And here is Parker. Muhammad dishes to Parker. Another one falls for San Antonio.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
And the Heat call time here. And Walker kicks to Williams. 1:51 left in the game. He feeds it to O'Neal. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Finley. It's stolen by Wade. Now here's Walker. Feeds to Williams. Wade, right side. He kicks it to Posey. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade. And the Heat lead by 11. Spurs have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. The dish now to Duncan. Solid defense there from Posey.
Boy, they've really won the battle of the boards in this one, Kevin.
Dwayne Wade on the wing. Offensive rebound. Rejected by Muhammad. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Finley. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question about it. That would be all she wrote.
Wade kicks to Williams. Misses the 3. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. The pass to Bowen. He dishes it to Parker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Duncan. Lays it up and banks it in.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
Well, that's been the focus, Clark, as we've watched. I mean, they've created one chance after another inside.
Wade outside. So it's Miami winning this one. The team they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Steve Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Allen saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan player of the game, Dwayne Wade. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. First for the Spurs. Inside at center out of Kentucky, 6'10", scoring big man Nazr Mohammed. And it's Duncan in at the 4 spot. And for Miami, Williams is out there with Dwayne Wade. They've got O'Neal. He knows how to come up with the big plays in the big games, the rebounding, the inside scoring, and that looming presence. Then there's James Posey, and it's Haslam in at the 4 slot.
I like that, getting their offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Yeah, Clark, I think the more points they can get inside today, the better off they'll be.
Posey, off target from three-point range.
A dramatic improvement for the San Antonio Spurs defensively last season, guys. Coach Pop had suggested that they might have gotten too old to be an elite defensive team anymore, but that wasn't the case. I think he challenged them a little bit, and they raised the bar of their defensive performance.
Here's Williams. Following the basket by Tim Duncan. In the air, it's stolen by Duncan. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Here's Finley. No good. And it's Miami the other way. And Clark, you mentioned the defensive improvement of the Spurs. Going into last season, their stat gurus told them they needed to focus even more on contesting shots, even if that meant committing more fouls or allowing more offensive rebounds.
Well, that's exactly what they did, Kevin. They gave up a few more offensive rebounds, fouled slightly more than they had the prior season, but they were better in terms of shot blocks, steals, and they held their opponents to a lower field goal percentage. So a great example of getting an edge from advanced stats.
And he knocks down the first one. Haslam hits both of them. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Parker outside. Back to Duncan. Haslam on him. Unloads from 9. Duncan with the bucket. Spurs on defense. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. He's guarded by Finley. Miami no good on that time either.
Still looking for that first bucket here to start the game.
Passes it to Bowen. And a miss there on the triple. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me. He's certainly aware of the shot-blocking talent on the other roster, but he doesn't want his guys to change their approach too much. He said, listen, we've got to continue to score in the paint. We can't just live on the outside. I just told our guys, when you jump up, jump into their body to try to take their legs away. Kevin, we'll see if they can score inside.
Hey, Doris, thanks. Steve Clark, how do you best throw a defense like this off balance to enable your scorers to get comfortable?
I think the key is you need motion. You can't get too stagnant offensively where you're going one-on-one. Activate the offense with ball and player movement.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. And then the other part of that, too, to me, Steve, is you got to be ready to take good shots whenever they come available.
Out Posey, following the three-point attempt by Tony Parker. Williams, covered by Parker. Williams gets a screen from Posey. Just 5 on the clock. Williams dishes to Haslam. Kept alive. And O'Neal gets it to go. And it's a tie ball game.
That rebound and the foul kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
There's the pass to Bowen. He dishes it to Duncan. Pass to Finley. Wade is covering. Duncan, the pass to Finley. It's stolen by Hazard. Wade outside. He kicks it to Haslam. Dishes it to Williams. The Heat need to get a shot off. Near the three-point line, it's Wade. Another shot. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, he always gives the fans a temporary souvenir, it seems like, blocking 2 or 3 shots into the 10th row. Of course, you got to give the ball back, so very temporary souvenir.
They're going to have to change that because in baseball, when they knock those foul balls, they don't go check
You can keep them, that's right.
Yeah, same with the NFL. If the ball happens to get by the net, you can keep the ball.
That, right. Yeah, we need to change that in basketball.
I agree.
And something else he has is an array of moves in the paint. You can make a training video for young players to figure out how to play down low in terms of how he gets it done inside.
O'Neal hits them both. Here's Van Exel. There's 47 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pass to Ginobili. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Leaps for it. And stolen by Mourning. 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And it's Walker penetrating. Miami no good on that time either.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
Barry the pass to Ginobili. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Heaton. No one. It's all tied in Miami. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
And I thought the key in that first quarter was the offensive aggressiveness. They attacked the rim and got to the foul line.
And I sense they're really feeling good about playing at home, taking advantage of the home court.
Here's San Antonio now. And here is Ginobili. He feeds it to Van Exel. Pass to Ori. Clock at 6. Ginobili right side. The tray. Can't get it to go. So it's Miami now. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, as you know, gentlemen, Greg Popovich is one of the foremost practitioners of the intentional fouling that sends poor free throw shooters to the line. Not exactly a fan favorite, and Pop says, quote, I think it's ugly, I think it's awful, but it's legal, it's there. If somebody doesn't want to get hacked, they should shoot free throws better. Guys, he's all about winning. Whether it's pretty or ugly, he doesn't care.
They wear you down, Doris. Thank you so much. Here's Anderson. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Back to Walker. Defended by Barry. The dish to Walker. 5 on the clock. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
For Miami, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
Well, you look at last season's numbers, guys. Down below 70% as a team from the line.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
That free throw, no good. The Spurs making a switch here. Nesterovic is checked in. And he sinks the second. Here's Udrich. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Ginobili outside. Now the pass to Nesterovic. The feed now to Udrich. Shot clock at 6. San Antonio needs to get off his shot here. No good from Ginobili. Miami trailing. White left side. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. White's got his first points of the game. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Ginobili with the ball. There's the screen. Down low. Rejected by Walker. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Anderson. It's stolen. Here's Udrich. Guarded by Wright. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
He shouldn't be afraid to take that shot more often. He's solid from there.
And Anderson kicks to Walker. Back to Anderson. Heat moving the ball around. Right. They grabbed their own miss. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
For Miami, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. And that one misses. San Antonio making a switch here. Good on the second free throw. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Now here's Ginobili. Kicks it to Parker. 6 on the shot clock. Duncan misses.
Tough D on the inside.
Put up a roadblock. Construction barrel right there. That's what he brings defensively.
Payton dishes to Wright. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Wright's got 4 points in the quarter. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Parker kicks to Duncan. Takes it from 10. Payton gets the rebound.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
Kevin, they made less than 25% of their shots in the first quarter. It's coming out completely flat. They lacked energy and the execution was bad. But they've rebounded nicely here and look to extend the lead a bit with some nice shooting.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. The Spurs making a switch here. Muhammad pass to Finley. Feeds to Parker. A floater, and it's Miami with the rebound. There's 39 seconds left in the second quarter. Anderson dishes to Haslam. Back to Anderson. He passes to Posey. From past the arc. But they'll get another chance. Williams kicks to Anderson. Pass to Haslam. They get a hand on it.
And they can guarantee this is the last possession of the quarter if they hang on to it.
And that's probably what they're going to do here.
Duncan, the pass to Bowen. Now Finley. Shot to stop the drought. Count the bucket.
Finley.
And a tight game here as we end the first half. It's the Heat. They're up by 1. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome to the halftime report with a close contest going on out at American Airlines Arena. Miami up on top against San Antonio. They've done a great job closing out their defensive possessions, grabbing boards, great rebounding. Darrell Wright playing well in the first half. We're seeing a man determined to take the game over. He ramped up the intensity. And for San Antonio, they're looking good in their own right. They're an up-tempo team, and the ponies are running. The advantage in fast break points is obvious. No surprise here. And Tim Duncan standing out early. Manu Ginobili also been a big contributor. And that's all we have for you here in the studio. Now let's send it on back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke for the second half of play.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. You have to like what we've seen so far from O'Neal.
Boy, his rebounding was superb in that first half, particularly at the offensive end where he's really battling.
And that continually allowed them to get 2 quality shots on the same possession, Steve. That's invaluable.
He dishes it to Duncan. He kicks it to Parker. Shot clock at 5. Muhammad. And it's sent back by O'Neal. Here's Duncan over Wade.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The Heat with the lead. Here is Williams. Looking for his first basket still in this one. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Williams has got his team on the board first here in the second half of the Heat. Now Parker. Duncan with his screen on Williams. Parker kicks to Duncan. And it's good on the assist by Parker. 6 points for Tim Duncan. Now here's Wade. This is to Haslam. Outside Williams. Good ball movement here by Miami. O'Neal passes to Williams. Here's Posey, covered by Duncan. 6 to shoot. Here's O'Neal. Excellent D that time from Bowen.
And the defense did a pretty good job of closing off the middle once he got inside the lane.
Parker kicks to Finley for the lead. And it's Haslam with the rebound. Haslam's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Outside Williams. Wade dishes to Haslam. Back to Wade. Good D by Parker.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
San Antonio with the ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, very competitive action. I agree with you, Clark. I mean, this one could come down to the last few minutes the way it looks.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
He has to be concerned with all the missed shots. I mean, it happens to every team, but you have to find a way to keep being productive even when you go through a shooting drought.
You might be trying to tell them to get to the free throw line. You know, all teams go cold at points during the game, but the good teams still find ways to score.
And the Spurs making a change here. Oberto's checked in. For Miami, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Wade kicks to Capono. Just under 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter now. And O'Neal backs in. And that one goes long. Spurs have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Van Exel. And he uses the glass on the lane. And now a 3-point San Antonio lead.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break.
That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when.
And Haslam kicks to Wade. Covered by Van Exel. Fades back. O'Neal slams it home for the putback.
That kind of putback turns a simple rebound into a highlight play.
He assaulted the glass, you're right, then assaulted the rim.
Yeah, now that's getting the job done on the boards.
Now here's Van Exel. Pass to Duncan. Haslam's there. Fade away. Miami grabs the miss. Haslam's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Williams passes to Capono. In the 3rd quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Duncan, great touch on the 16-footer. Duncan's got 8 points.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
Wade outside. Covered by Van Exel.
Yeah, he had not established position.
You know, I prefer the refs to whistle with a block when in doubt. I thought that was a good call there.
Ozzie Muhammad's checked in for the Spurs. There's 53 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And Haslam kicks to Wade. Posey. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pound it inside and take the ball right to the defense.
That's what I tried to do, man. I knew my limitations.
Now here's Parker. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Just 5 to shoot. And it's James Posey with the rebound. The Heat have gone 3 of 8 so far in the 3rd quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Capono no good. Back to Duncan. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D. I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Spurs lead by 3. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Here's Wade. Wade gets a screen from Payton. Payton left side. He's against Parker. Shot from 12. Payton gets the bucket. Payton's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Miami.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Parker outside. Duncan goes in. And the Spurs making a change here. Ginobili's checked in. Parker against Payton. Ginobili kicks to Parker. Back to Ginobili. 6 on the shot clock. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Dwayne Wade. That free throw good from Ginobili. And the Spurs making a change here. Nesterovic is checked in. Both free throws good from Ginobili.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Warning, a screen on Ginobili. Wade dishes to Posey. He feeds it to Payton. Shoots it up. Payton with another miss.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Passes to Ginobili. Back to Parker. The pass to Nesterovic. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
What a move. He saw a window on the other side of the rim and whipped it around for the immaculate reverse.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I was able to listen in on what Alvin Gentry had to say to the team. He told his guys, I know we can do this, fellas. Let's maximize every possession and get after it and just watch. Things will go our way. Kevin?
Ozzie Muhammad's checked in for San Antonio. Duncan comes in for Oral.
And I'm eating at the beat like you gave up to a great white shark on shark. We rock. So I go up and gone. Two sis goodbye. I got a world to see. And my girl, she wanna see wrong. See some make you a believer. I never ever did it for a throne. That validation comes from giving it back to the people.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Can't get it to go. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Ginobili off a pick from Duncan. Ginobili the pass to Bowen. Here's Duncan. That is good. Now it's a 7-point Spurs lead.
It hasn't happened as quickly as he would have liked, but he's finally putting some points on the board in this game.
Wade outside. Wade gets a screen from O'Neal. The drive by Wade. Rebound San Antonio. Duncan's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. The dish to Parker. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And Posey kicks to Williams. Now the feed to Wade. 5 to shoot. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that's special because he lives for the big moments. Fearless. I mean, he will take any big shot down the stretch. He wants the ball in his hands.
And here's something else, Steve. He invites contact when he's attacking the rim. He doesn't try to finesse his way through anything. He's going through bodies.
Shooting one.
That free throw good from Wade.
He's really the guy you want on the stripe in that situation. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's clutch.
San Antonio calls timeout. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push.
And refocus, Kevin. You got to take care of your body, and I think we ought to drink some Gatorade here too. I thought I noticed some slip-ups here the last couple minutes from your end on the play-by-play.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And Ginobili, here we go. Stolen by Walker. Here's Wade. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Wade's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
And here is Parker. Ginobili backs for 2. Rebound by Williams.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with. If you can't fault him for taking it, the defense backs off like that.
Guys, he's got the length to get to the rim, and when he gets there, you never see a clumsy or awkward finish out of him. Everything is smooth and fluid.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Parker passes to Bowen. Kicks it to Ginobili. Just 5 on the clock. And Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Now a timeout called by Miami. The score is tied at 31. 1:27 left in the fourth. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Williams kicks to Wade. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yeah, you got that right, Kevin. He's such a reliable finisher.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're losing by 2. A minute 20 left to play here in the fourth. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Parker with it. Williams picks him up. Feeds it to Duncan. And Duncan gets double teamed. Parker dishes to Ginobili. Clock at 6. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. And here are the Heat. Right now, they're 9-0 run. Pass to Posey. From downtown, nails the tray.
there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Ginobili against Wade. He kicks to Parker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul. Third team foul.
Heat have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go. No good from Bowen.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
And they go to the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
And no mistakes there. A couple of good free throws to give them a little extra cushion.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Is what you say?
Well, this one's out of reach, so I'm not sure why they're calling the timeout here. Maybe just to try to work on something, maybe an out-of-bounds play or something.
Well, they might as well talk about what movies they want to see or what they want to surf on the internet, because this one's done, boys.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Udrich for 3. The rebound by Anderson. The Heat shooting 41% for the game. He dishes it to Payton. And so it's Miami winning this one. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort there.
For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Arlen thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game.